The State of Kuwait and the UN celebrated the 50th year of strategic partnership at the UN headquarters in Mishref. The event was attended by His Excellency, the Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Sheikh Al-Khaled Al-Hamad Al-Sabah. The ceremony also witnessed the attendance of politicians, ministers, diplomats, government officials and members of the press. Speeches that were delivered at the ceremony asserted the strong dedication of the State of Kuwait and the UN towards a strong international peace development and commitment to humanitarian support. More on this with our correspondent Ghanwa Jabouri.
The ceremony held at the UN's headquarters that honoured the strong ties between the State of Kuwait and the UN exemplifies the strong relations between both bodies, asserting their willingness and continuity for the support of a number of humanitarian issues and challenges. The ceremony was patronized by His Highness Sheikh Al-Mubarak Al-Hamad Al-Sabah, the Prime Minister of Kuwait, and attended by ministers and key dignitaries, including Kuwait Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Sheikh Al-Khaled Al-Hamad Al-Sabah, who delivered a speech and noted that Kuwait will be hosting and organizing the second Syria Donors Conference early next year. Last January, Kuwait hosted the first Syria Donors Conference, which managed to raise US $1.5 billion in aid, pledges to alleviate the suffering of the Syrian people, donating US $300 million to the refugees during the conference.
We are extremely proud of, especially of today, because this is the 50 years of partnership between the State of Kuwait and United Nations. We celebrate this every year, but this time, as I said, it's very special. It's also very special because this is the 68 years of the existence of United Nations and the United Nations Charter. So we are here to celebrate the day, but also our partnership with the State of Kuwait. And we celebrate all the achievements which have achieved over the last 68 years since the creation of the United Nations. So we're extremely grateful for all the guests who are here, and sort of the issues which we are facing at this point where the United Nations is playing a big role.
The fighting in Syria is our biggest security challenge. Millions of people depend on UN humanitarian personnel for life-saving response.
On his part, UN Resident Coordinator and the United Nations Development Programme Resident Representative in Kuwait, Sheikh, lauded the fruitful cooperation and strategic partnership between the UN and Kuwait. Sheikh further expressed his deep appreciation to the government of the State of Kuwait for its constructive and generous engagement with the UN.
This is a wonderful opportunity to recognize the great contributions that the UN makes and will continue to make to issues of security, humanitarian issues, promoting human rights around the world, cultural issues for children, for women. I think when you look at the achievements of the UN, we all have to agree this is a wonderful institution that contributes much. So congratulations to all of our colleagues who work so hard on this behalf.
Tonight we're celebrating the 50th anniversary of Kuwait's partnership with the United Nations. It's a very exciting night. Everyone's happy, celebrating. It's great. We're very proud and honored to be part of the UN team.
The State of Kuwait and the UN has worked closely together to meet international humanitarian objectives and goals and continue to vigorously forge ahead in finding ways to better the lives of people who are suffering worldwide as a result of war, poverty and natural disasters. 50 years of great partnership has been shared between the State of Kuwait and UN, and today they have celebrated and honoured their achievements. From the UN headquarters, this is Ghanwa Jabouri reporting to you for the English News.